The awakening of an inner strength may seem like something distant or even enigmatic, but in reality, it is closely linked to what we feel and perceive in our daily lives. It's a dormant energy within us, waiting for the right moment to emerge and transform every part of our lives. This power is closer than we imagine. It is like a seed that only needs light and care to germinate and grow. At some point, many of us feel that there is something greater within us, something that can propel us beyond the daily challenges. This sense of inner strength often acts as a drive that leads us to seek more meaning and depth in life. Each of us carries a divine spark, a fragment of something extraordinary that makes us unique and powerful. Perhaps that's why, at times, we feel a kind of calling that leads us to look inward and recognize a dormant potential. When we finally allow ourselves to heed this call, something begins to change. The world around us seems to react differently. The question then arises, how can we access this force and allow it to transform us? The answer lies in understanding that this power is not something external but an innate quality. It's an energy that has always been there, waiting to be awakened and directed toward our goals and purposes. Often, we believe we need something external to feel complete, but in reality, everything we need is already within us. It's about recognizing this truth and believing in our own worth. However, this process of awakening doesn't happen overnight. It requires attention, patience, and above all, a commitment to ourselves. When we allow ourselves to listen to this inner voice, we begin to identify our true passions and what we genuinely want to achieve. This power reminds us of who we are and what we are capable of, which leads us to build a reality more aligned with our essence. Still, the path is not free of challenges. Awakening inner potential may mean facing fears and limitations that we have repressed for a long time. It's like opening a door to parts of ourselves that need healing and transformation. By facing these challenges, we begin to understand that they are part of our journey and that, in overcoming them, we are, in fact, strengthening our own light. Once this awakening process begins, a new reality becomes accessible. We start to perceive that we can shape our lives with more clarity and determination, making more conscious decisions in harmony with our true selves. This inner strength acts as a compass, guiding us along the path that will bring fulfillment and peace. It allows us to face obstacles with more resilience without losing focus. Thus, the awakening of this inner power reminds us of the greatness that each of us possesses. It is a transformation that begins from within and is reflected in all aspects of our lives. By recognizing this strength, we become more aware of our capabilities and open up space for a journey filled with purpose and meaning. This power has always been there, patiently waiting to be awakened. The universe operates in ways we often don't fully understand, but one thing is certain: it works in cycles, offering opportunities at specific moments. These opportunities are like doors that open to a new path, a chance for change and growth. Sometimes, we feel an internal urge to act, as if something greater is pushing us in a specific direction. This is the universe calling us, offering a unique opportunity for expansion. These moments are rare and precious, as they represent an invitation to evolve and reach new levels of understanding and fulfillment. However, these opportunities do not stay open forever. They appear and, if we don't act, they may close, leaving a feeling of regret or doubt. Often, we delay our actions waiting for an ideal moment, but the ideal is now, when this door opens before us. The opportunity for transformation that the universe offers is directly linked to our capacity to decide and willingness to act. We often get stuck in a cycle of waiting, believing that the perfect moment will come, but the truth is that the perfect moment is when we feel the urge to do something. This window of opportunity is the universe calling us to action. Ignoring it can mean losing an important chance to change the course of our lives. Understanding the synchronicity between our desire and the moment the universe offers an opportunity is a skill we can develop. By being alert to signs and ready to act, we have the chance to turn desires and aspirations into reality. It is essential to remember that the universe is always in motion, and if we don't act at the right moment, we may miss this connection and the blessings it would bring. One essential point about these opportunities is that they don't require us to have all the answers or to know exactly where we are headed. Often, simply taking a step toward that opportunity is what opens the path to achievement. It's not about seeing the entire picture, but having faith in the next step. This confidence is what allows us to seize these windows of the universe and use them to our advantage. Each of these opportunities represents an invitation to align our lives with the universal flow, with what we truly want to achieve. When we respond to this call, the universe responds back, guiding us, presenting new paths, and revealing possibilities we had not imagined. This connection with the universe is powerful, and by embracing it, we can transform ourselves deeply. Therefore, when we perceive a special chance, it's important to ask ourselves, are we ready to cross this door? This is the question the universe asks us by offering a unique opportunity for transformation. The choice is ours, but we must remember that these opportunities do not wait forever. Acting now can make the difference between achieving our dreams or forever wondering what might have been. Within each of us lies an immense potential, often dormant, waiting to be recognized and manifested. This potential is like a seed planted deep inside, awaiting the right conditions to bloom. Over time, due to factors such as fear, limitations, and external circumstances, many of us forget about this power. It remains there, dormant but always ready to be awakened when we commit to our own evolution. This call to dormant potential is something we feel at certain times in life. It may arise as a sense of restlessness or a sudden inspiration that leads us to question the path we are on. It's as if something inside us tells us that there is more, that we can be more and achieve more than we believe possible. This call is a reminder of our true nature and the purpose we carry. When we ignore this call, we often feel a sense of emptiness or dissatisfaction because something within us knows we are missing a great opportunity. The inner potential doesn't disappear. It remains there, but by ignoring it, we deprive ourselves of a richer and more meaningful life. The call to awaken is a constant reminder that we are creative and powerful beings, with the capacity to shape our reality. To heed this call, it is essential to develop the ability to listen to our inner voice and trust it. Many of us are so accustomed to hearing external opinions and seeking validation from others that we forget our own wisdom. This dormant potential is an inner guide that leads us down the right path, but it takes courage to follow it, even if it means facing fears and insecurities that hold us back. One key to unleashing this potential is recognizing the limitations we place on ourselves and working to overcome them. These limitations often stem from past experiences but do not need to define our future. By freeing ourselves from these restraints, we make room for growth and expansion, allowing our dormant potential to manifest fully. This process is liberating and connects us with our true essence. When we awaken this inner power, we start living in a more authentic way, aligned with who we truly are. Our actions then reflect our values and passions, bringing a sense of fulfillment and peace. When our potential is active, barriers seem smaller and challenges less daunting. We feel an inner strength that allows us to tackle what once seemed impossible. Answering this call to potential is, therefore, an act of courage and self-love. It is telling ourselves that we deserve to live life fully, exploring and expressing the best of who we are. This journey of self-discovery transforms us and brings us to a deeper understanding of ourselves and the world around us. And most importantly, this call doesn't demand perfection, only the willingness to start. Our thoughts and emotions play a powerful role in creating our reality. Many believe that life is shaped solely by external events, but in truth, what happens within us directly influences how we see and react to the world. When we think positively and nurture uplifting emotions, we create a frequency that helps us attract favorable circumstances. Conversely, when we are stuck in negative thoughts, we attract a reality that reflects that same frequency. It is a cycle that mirrors the vibration of our mind and heart. The discovery that our thoughts and emotions are agents of transformation was popularized by thinkers and philosophers such as Dr. Ernest Holmes. He advocated the idea that the power of the mind is the main force in creating our reality. For Holmes, our thoughts and feelings were the foundation of what we manifest, acting as a kind of energy that projects into the universe and returns to us as concrete experiences. This concept shows us that we can shape the future and present experiences based on our mindset and emotions. For instance, think of times when you were deeply motivated or excited about something. Perhaps it was a job opportunity, a new friendship, or even a personal project. In those moments, your focus and mental energy were so elevated that it seemed the universe was conspiring in your favor. This experience reflects how our thoughts and emotions shape the reality around us. When we invest in positivity and confidence, the chances of success increase because we create a reality aligned with that mindset. However, we often struggle to maintain this attitude. We are human, and feelings of fear, doubt, and discouragement are part of our journey. But it's important to remember that by recognizing these feelings, we have the choice to transform them. Instead of letting these states dominate us, we can observe what they mean and ask ourselves if they align with what we want to build. Holmes also taught that to change our reality, it's essential to cultivate thoughts of prosperity and love. By believing we deserve the best, our actions and choices begin to reflect that belief. This is an exercise in self-worth and self-care because by thinking constructively and positively, we are, in practice, sending a signal to the universe that we desire a full and gratifying life. A classic example of this practice is the use of positive affirmations. By repeating phrases like, "I am capable of achieving my goals," or "I attract positive experiences," we are gradually conditioning our minds to believe these truths. This conditioning creates an internal reality that reflects in the external world. With each affirmation, we take a step closer to the future we desire and believe is possible. It's not just a matter of words, it's a deep exercise in personal transformation. Thus, by recognizing that thoughts and emotions are the key to a more fulfilled life, we begin a journey of self-exploration and growth. This is a daily process that requires dedication, but over time, the results begin to appear. The practice of positivity and the cultivation of healthy emotions become the foundation for a reality full of achievements and inner peace. By investing in our mind and heart, we are, in fact, investing in the future we want to build. The universe operates through invisible laws that govern everything around us. Among these laws, two are especially known for their direct influence on our lives: the law of attraction and the law of cause and effect. The first is known by many as the principle that like attracts like, meaning our thoughts and emotions attract corresponding experiences. The law of cause and effect, often associated with the concept of karma, states that every action generates a proportional reaction, creating a cycle of consequences. The law of attraction gained popularity by showing that what we focus on manifests in our lives. However, there is more depth to this concept than simply thinking positively. Dr. Holmes taught that it's not enough to merely desire something. We need to align feelings and actions so that the desire becomes reality. For instance, in seeking prosperity, it's not enough to just wish for wealth, but also to cultivate a feeling of abundance, generosity, and gratitude, creating a vibration aligned with what we seek. On the other hand, the law of cause and effect shows us that every action generates a consequence, positive or negative. Every decision we make sets in motion a series of events that inevitably return to us. This means that if we act compassionately, we are likely to experience compassion in return. If we act out of anger or selfishness, those energies also reach us. This law reminds us that we are responsible for the realities we create and that our choices directly shape what we experience. These laws can be observed in everyday experiences. When we are aligned with what we desire, it seems that the universe conspires to make our dreams possible. Situations and people appear in our paths in almost miraculous ways, offering opportunities that once seemed out of reach. This alignment is not a coincidence, but the result of a harmony between our desires and the laws that govern the universe. It's essential to remember that universal laws don't judge. They simply respond to the energy we emit. If we cultivate a positive mind and a compassionate heart, we attract similar energies. However, if we let fear and pessimism guide our actions, that vibration also reflects in the experiences we attract. Understanding how these laws work gives us the power to direct our lives consciously and positively. The practical application of these laws begins with self-knowledge. By identifying what we truly desire and aligning our actions and feelings with these desires, we create a magnetic field that attracts what we seek. This is a process that requires practice, but over time, it becomes second nature. When our choices are conscious, universal laws work in our favor, making life more harmonious and aligned with our goals. Thus, understanding and using the laws of attraction and cause and effect offer us a perspective that we are not mere spectators in the universe. On the contrary, we have an active and creative role, capable of using these laws to shape our reality according to our dreams and values. Understanding and applying these laws is, therefore, an act of self-mastery and responsibility for our own existence. For a long time, many of us have lived with the feeling that we are isolated beings, separate from the world around us. This view leads us to see life in an individualistic and disconnected way, often generating feelings of loneliness and insecurity. However, spiritual traditions and even modern science are showing us that this sense of separation is actually an illusion. In reality, we are all connected, and this interconnectedness is fundamental to our well-being. The idea of cosmic unity is an ancient notion, present in various philosophies and religions over the centuries. It teaches us that we are all part of a greater whole and that our lives are interconnected like threads in a vast cosmic web. The concept that we are a small part of something much greater can help us view life with more compassion and respect, both for ourselves and for others. After all, if we are connected, what we do to others also impacts us. This perception of unity profoundly changes the way we relate to the world. When we understand that our existence is intrinsically linked to everything and everyone, we realize that our actions have an impact far beyond our immediate circle. This awareness helps us act more responsibly and carefully, understanding that life is an interdependent system where each of us plays an essential role. Ernest Holmes had a powerful view of this universal connection, comparing us to drops of water in the ocean. He believed that just as a drop is part of the ocean and the ocean is the sum of all the drops, we are individual parts of a larger energy that permeates the entire universe. This understanding reminds us that our essence is the same as everything around us, which truly unites us. This understanding of unity leads us to seek inner harmony because the more at peace we are with ourselves, the more at peace we will be with the world. This means that by cultivating love and compassion within, we are contributing to an environment of peace and harmony around us. Every small act of kindness, every thought of love, reverberates in the universe and strengthens this cosmic connection. Cosmic unity also offers us a sense of belonging that goes beyond any cultural or geographical boundary. It is an experience of union that transcends differences and reminds us that, in essence, we are all equal and connected. When we realize this, our judgments and prejudices begin to dissolve, and a sincere desire arises to help and support others on their journeys. In the end, living with the awareness that we are all connected is an act of transformation. This view expands our perception of life and inspires us to act with more empathy and compassion. By seeing others as part of ourselves, our own existence becomes fuller and more meaningful. This unity is not just a beautiful idea. It is a profound reality that, once experienced, connects us to the infinite flow of the universe. Since ancient times, civilizations have sought answers to the mysteries of life and existence. Ancestral wisdom, accumulated by different cultures, offers us powerful insights into the purpose and meaning of life. Even in modern times, these teachings remain relevant and help us cope with universal challenges. By studying this ancient wisdom, we find practical ways to understand and improve our human journey, gaining strength to face seemingly new problems with foundations that transcend time. Buddhism, for example, teaches us about the importance of recognizing the interconnection of all things. This teaching reveals that our thoughts, words, and actions generate impacts that reverberate beyond what we can see. This understanding helps us develop a sense of responsibility, compassion, and respect for all beings, knowing that our lives do not happen in isolation but within a complex web of relationships. This concept helps us act consciously and attentively, reducing suffering for ourselves and others. Taoism, in turn, brings the principle of Wu Wei, which can be translated as effortless action. This concept teaches us that often our greatest strength lies in following the natural flow of things rather than fighting against it. In a world that constantly pressures us to seek maximum performance, this principle reminds us that there is power in accepting and trusting in life's natural rhythm. By embracing this philosophy, we can relieve internal pressure and allow things to unfold at the right time, reducing stress and cultivating more peace. In Hinduism, we find the idea that our mind possesses immense creative power and that our thoughts shape our reality. This teaching reminds us that by controlling our minds, we have the ability to shape the world around us. The practice of meditation and self-knowledge, widely recommended in this tradition, helps us cultivate a more serene and focused mind, allowing us to have more control over our reality. Instead of being victims of circumstances, we learn to be conscious co-creators of our existence. These ancient philosophies also offer practices of self-knowledge and reflection that go beyond words. They involve exercises like meditation and silence, which allow us to connect deeply with our inner being. By setting aside moments to disconnect from the external chaos and connect with our essence, we learn to find clarity and purpose on our path. This inner connection strengthens our ability to deal with external challenges, making us more resilient and determined. Ancient wisdom reminds us that the difficulties we face today are only new versions of old challenges. The search for peace, prosperity, and meaning is a constant in the human experience, and millennial knowledge offers us tools to navigate these paths with more wisdom and patience. When we apply these ancient teachings to modern life, we are able to see beyond appearances and find deep solutions to our problems. With this wisdom, we also develop a more balanced view of life. Instead of seeking happiness in possessions or external approval, we are encouraged to look within ourselves for what truly brings us fulfillment. This frees us from external pressures and allows us to focus on what really matters. Thus, ancient wisdom becomes a powerful guide for a more authentic and meaningful life. We often hear that the power of the mind can transform our lives, but in practice, we need specific tools to train this power. Affirmations, visualizations, and mindfulness practices are three simple yet extremely effective methods to awaken and direct inner power. With these techniques, we create a solid foundation for developing a more positive and conscious mind capable of handling challenges and creating the desired reality. Affirmations are positive statements we repeat to ourselves, such as, "I am strong," or "I attract success." By using affirmations regularly, we reprogram our minds to believe in these truths, which in turn influences our actions and decisions. Consistent practice of affirmations helps us replace limiting thoughts with empowering ones, creating a mindset that attracts opportunities and achievements. Visualization, on the other hand, involves creating mental images of what we wish to achieve. This method is widely used by athletes and successful entrepreneurs because it allows the mind to experience, in advance, the feeling of achievement. By visualizing a goal as already fulfilled, our brain creates an internal roadmap, preparing us to act with confidence and determination when the right moment arrives. This exercise helps us strengthen our self-confidence and eliminate doubts. Mindfulness is the practice of being fully present in the moment, without getting carried away by thoughts of the past or worries about the future. In a world full of distractions, the practice of mindfulness allows us to find calm and clarity even amid chaos. Something as simple as taking a deep breath and paying attention to what is happening around us can bring a state of peace and balance, helping us to face challenges more calmly and rationally. By combining affirmations, visualization, and mindfulness, we create a solid foundation for personal development. These practices, when performed consistently, strengthen our connection with inner power and empower us to shape reality according to our desires. They are simple exercises we can incorporate into daily life, transforming our mindset and, consequently, our lives. These practical tools also promote self-knowledge, as they force us to question and reframe the limiting thoughts that often hold us back. By using affirmations and visualizations, we confront these beliefs and realize that we are much more than we think. This process opens us up to new possibilities and strengthens confidence in our own potential. Mindfulness practice, in turn, helps us view life with a broader, more realistic perspective. By being present in the moment, we set aside the weight of the past and the anxiety of the future. This state of peace and acceptance allows us to make more conscious decisions and act with greater clarity, responding wisely to life's events rather than reacting impulsively. Therefore, by incorporating these practices into our routines, we cultivate a positive mindset, strengthen our power of attraction, and promote a more harmonious life. They are a way of connecting with our inner power and creating a reality more aligned with our values and desires. With each practice, we take one step closer to our true potential. The way we see the world determines what we attract into our lives. A scarcity mindset focuses on what is lacking, on limitations and difficulties, while an abundance mindset sees the world as a place full of opportunities and possibilities. This difference may seem subtle, but it deeply impacts our lives and our ability to achieve our goals. When we operate with a scarcity mindset, we live in fear and insecurity, always worried about losing what we have. This type of thinking keeps us in a constant state of alert, limiting our creativity and our ability to see innovative solutions. Instead of seizing the opportunities that arise, we become paralyzed by the fear of loss or failure. This mindset is like a veil that obscures our true potential. An abundance mindset, on the other hand, teaches us to value what we have and see opportunities where we once saw limitations. It allows us to believe there is enough for everyone and that the universe is a place of infinite possibilities. This kind of mindset is cultivated through the practice of gratitude, trust, and openness to new experiences. When we practice an abundance mindset, we attract more positive things into our lives because our energy aligns with the natural flow of the universe. The transformation from a scarcity mindset to one of abundance is not an instant process. It is a daily exercise in mental reprogramming. Each time we notice a thought of lack, we can replace it with a thought of gratitude or a positive affirmation. This practice helps us see life with more lightness and confidence, realizing that, in fact, there is enough for everyone. This constant exercise transforms our way of thinking and, consequently, our reality. A practical way to cultivate an abundance mindset is to make a daily list of things we are grateful for. By focusing on the good things we already have, we create a vibration of satisfaction and attract more positive things. This practice is simple yet powerful, as it teaches us to value small achievements and see the good side of life. It's as if, little by little, we were training our minds to focus on what truly matters. This change in mindset also helps us create healthier and more meaningful relationships. When we operate from abundance, we stop competing or feeling envious and start celebrating others' success. This attitude strengthens our bonds and creates an environment of mutual support, where everyone benefits. Thus, an abundance mindset not only transforms our relationship with the world but also improves our personal relationships. Abundance also encourages us to contribute and share with others, knowing that by doing so, we are nurturing a cycle of prosperity. When we act with generosity and a spirit of cooperation, we create a stronger, more supportive community. This cycle of giving and receiving truly sustains an abundance mindset and helps us live with more satisfaction and purpose. Therefore, choosing between a scarcity mindset and an abundance mindset is choosing between living with fear or with confidence. An abundance mindset frees us from the shackles of fear and empowers us to live with courage and determination. By adopting this mindset, we are telling the universe that we are ready to receive the best of life and to contribute our best. This is a powerful choice that transforms our reality and allows us to live in fullness. Within each of us is a direct connection to the force that moves the entire universe. This inner universe is not something that needs to be sought outside of us, as it is already present in our essence. It's like a deep ocean of energy and wisdom to which we all have access, but that we don't always perceive. Most of us, throughout life, disconnect from this force due to external pressures and daily distractions. However, the connection with this inner universe is what allows us to live authentically and in alignment. This cosmic energy that dwells in us is the same energy that governs the movement of planets and the forces of nature. When we connect with it, we experience a sense of belonging and fullness. This feeling is known by many as the call of the soul, which is a kind of deep intuition that guides us and gives us purpose. This call is a reflection of our connection with the universal source of energy, reminding us of who we truly are and the infinite potential we carry. Connecting with the inner universe is an exercise in self-reflection and presence. Techniques such as meditation and the practice of being in the present moment are essential to accessing this wisdom within us. These moments of silence and introspection allow us to see beyond daily concerns, finding a peace and clarity that come from something much greater. This exercise shows us that when we look inward, we find answers and strengths we didn't know existed. A practical way to connect with this energy is through visualization. Imagine yourself absorbing the energy of the cosmos as you inhale, and as you exhale, let this energy flow through your entire body, spreading like a light that fills each cell. This simple exercise is a way of remembering that the universe is part of us, and we are part of it. With each conscious breath, we strengthen this connection, nourishing our soul with the energy that moves all creation. This inner connection also gives us the ability to see life with a broader perspective. By seeing ourselves as part of the universe, our worries and challenges gain a smaller, more manageable dimension. This understanding helps us face obstacles with serenity, knowing that, like the universe, we are strong, resilient, and full of possibilities. This is a power that frees us and prepares us for life with confidence. The impact of a deep connection with the inner universe is also reflected in our relationships and how we see the world. We feel a greater respect for all beings and a genuine desire to contribute to the collective good, as we come to see others as parts of the same whole. This universal love is a natural consequence of the understanding that we are all one, and it drives us to act with compassion and solidarity. Ultimately, living in tune with our inner universe is a path of self-discovery and fulfillment. It's learning to listen to our intuition, trust our journey, and open ourselves to the infinite possibilities life offers. This connection makes us stronger and helps us create a life aligned with our deepest values. It is a growth journey that leads us to recognize and honor the greatness within each of us. Living a journey of inner awakening can be deeply transformative, but when this journey is shared, its impact becomes even greater. When we find people who are also seeking self-knowledge and spiritual development, we form an awakened community, where everyone shares, learns, and grows together. This kind of connection provides support, inspiration, and a sense of belonging that strengthens our own process of transformation. The awakened community acts as a support circle, where each member contributes their own experiences and insights, enriching each other's paths. When we are surrounded by people seeking the same purpose, our inner strength is reinforced, and we gain the courage to face the challenges that arise. It is an experience that goes beyond emotional support. It is a spiritual union where everyone grows together, nourished by collective wisdom. This type of community also fosters a constant exchange of knowledge and practices that strengthen individual and collective development. It is a space where meditations, reflections, and life experiences are shared, creating an environment of learning and evolution. By participating in an awakened community, each person contributes their energy, creating a heightened vibrational field that strengthens everyone involved. The beauty of an awakened community is that it teaches us the importance of supporting others. When one member faces a challenge, everyone is ready to offer help and guidance, knowing that by helping others, they also strengthen themselves. This cycle of mutual support creates a web of genuine relationships, where each person feels they belong and are part of something greater. This unity reminds us that we are not alone and that there is a network of support around us. These communities also encourage us to share our light with the world. By seeing the positive impact of our journey, we feel a desire to help others awaken. This is a powerful transformation that creates a ripple effect, where each awakened person inspires others to do the same. Thus, the impact of an awakened community goes beyond its members and expands, creating a wave of awareness and change that reaches the world. Participating in an awakened community allows us to see the power of unity and empathy. When we share our experiences and listen to those of others, we gain different perspectives and realize that we are all facing the same human challenges. This exchange allows us to grow collectively and strengthens us to face life with a new vision and more confidence. In the end, the spiritual journey in community is an expression of the power of love and unity. By joining forces with others in pursuit of a greater purpose, we open the way for deeper and more meaningful growth. This connection is a constant reminder that by walking together, we can illuminate the world in an even more powerful way. Each step taken towards self-knowledge and spiritual awakening has an impact that goes beyond our personal growth. Our individual transformation resonates with the community around us, inspiring and motivating others to seek the same. This collective impact is one of the most profound contributions we can offer the world, for genuine change in one individual has the power to transform an entire society. When we change our beliefs, thoughts, and actions, we radiate a new energy that directly influences those around us. By adopting a more compassionate attitude, for example, we encourage those around us to be more understanding and kind. This multiplier effect happens naturally, as our energy and attitude serve as examples. It's like a wave of transformation that spreads in ever larger circles. The collective impact of individual transformation can be seen in historical movements and in leaders who have inspired millions. Gandhi, for example, believed that "be the change you wish to see in the world" was the most powerful path to social transformation. By living according to our values and seeking a higher purpose, we are a positive and inspiring force, generating transformations that go beyond ourselves. Collective transformation also helps us create a more harmonious and conscious society. When individuals awaken to the power of their actions and thoughts, they abandon harmful behaviors and begin seeking ways to contribute to the common good. This creates a network of positive actions that raise the level of consciousness and promote peace and prosperity. It is the effect of uniting many people with aligned intentions. Another important point is that by inspiring others, we strengthen our own growth process. Each time someone seeks us out for guidance or motivation, we are reminded of our own journey and become stronger. The experience of sharing what we have learned is enriching and keeps us committed to our own development, creating a cycle of learning and growth. This collective expansion of consciousness has the potential to transform the world into a fairer and more balanced place. Each of us, upon awakening to our inner power, contributes to a future where people are more empathetic, aware, and dedicated to the common good. The world we desire for future generations begins with the transformation of each of us today. Thus, as we walk the path of self-knowledge and awakening, we remember that our journey is not solitary. We are part of a web of connection and influence that extends beyond our reach. Each choice we make to grow and evolve impacts the whole, making our world a more illuminated and harmonious place. This is the beauty of collective transformation. When we change, the world changes with us.